Hello, everybody. Let me just check everything is working. Oh, I didn't mean to press that. Never mind. Right. If you're on, just let me know you can hear me, okay? And we'll get started in just a minute. I'll just let anybody who's coming on to come on. But welcome, and if you're watching this after, then perfect. If you're watching this after, then welcome as well. I'm so glad to be doing angel workshops again. I'm used to do them in person, but it's nice to do it online because I get to connect with more people and speak to more people. So it's really nice to do this work. So I am wanting to create monthly angel workshops to provide a supportive and sacred space for anybody that wants to build and deepen their connection with the angels. And I've been feeling the energies have been so intense these last few months, these last 2 to 3 months more specifically. And if that's been you and you've been having to go through this very deep energetic clearing and you're struggling to find your footing and get grounded, then I thought bringing in Archangel Haniel would be the perfect angel to work with this month for those of us who are struggling to find a way to regulate our emotions and work through our healing process. So, for me personally, Archangel Haniel is so close to my heart and to the work I do because this angel literally embodies soul work and soul alignment. And Haniel is just the most beautiful, feminine, soft, flowing, loving angel I've ever connected with in my years of doing angel work. So I've been an angel teacher for nearly 15 years. I I learned from the Diana Cooper School, and I have been sharing the light of the angels and how to connect with angels for the last 15 years, and it is work that I take very close to my heart, and it's work that I deeply, deeply love and have a privilege to do. So I'm very grateful to the angels. And I'm very grateful to have you all here today in this sacred space. I know it's live, so there might be children in the background, or I've got a hamster behind me who's usually very quiet. But last month on my angel workshop, we decided to show his little face and get very loud. So I apologise if there's any noise in the background. I'm trying my best to create a sort of quiet, safe environment for you guys. So I apologise if anything else comes out because it is live. But I will be sharing, I think I already have an Archangel Haniel meditation that you can listen to on my YouTube channel, but I will also be sharing another Archangel Haniel meditation to really deepen that work for yourself. So, what is this workshop going to be about today? So, we're going to learn how to regulate and heal our emotions by working with Archangel Haniel. So Archangel Haniel is the angel that very much helps us with our emotional vibration and gets us tapping into our inner grace, our soul. So feel free to have a journal, feel free to get a blanket, get warm, get cozy, get a cup of tea, and just see this as just your space to get connected, to live in alignment more with your soul, and to learn how to work with angels. So it's a very safe, sacred environment. And we will also be doing a 20-minute meditation to work on healing and regulating our emotional and energetic body. So feel free to settle in. So the aim of this workshop is to learn how to release emotional pain, because we lock sometimes emotional pain into our energy body, and it can cause so much physical as well as emotional ailments. And I will go through my own mini story. I only share from my heart to yours as a perspective, like another perspective for you to that might resonate with you. Because if you sometimes we think, people who teach this work are all love and light and everything, but it certainly is not. I definitely have my anxious moments, and I'm really glad to have the tools I've learned from the angels, as well as my own higher self to bring through to help myself as well as you guys. So what I want you to do right now is to connect with your heart. Yes, yes, go on then.
Yes.
Sorry.
For interrupting your meditation, right?
Told you. Lives, there will be children. Hopefully that's quiet now because he's gone away for a wee bit. So fingers crossed. Back to this workshop. I invite you now just to connect to your heart space, just to breathe deeply into your heart and drop your awareness to that sacred space within your own inner light. And I just want you just to take a deep breath now, and feel free to place your hands on your heart. And I just want you to drop down into that center, into that loving space, that beautiful, energetic heart, and just feel into that love and that expansion that is already deep within you. And as you inhale, I just want you to inhale light and grace. And as you exhale, just imagine releasing anything from the day. And we're just coming into this session from a completely clear and cleansed environment. Just release the tension and just connect now to this present moment and to my voice. And just take a moment to feel into your energy right now. How do you feel? What emotions are coming up? What do you feel in your body? Where in your body do you feel tension or soreness? And just breathe into that area and bring space, bring light to your body, to your energy field. And just take another deep breath in, and we're just going to set an intention for our heart, just to connect to our souls today, to our light, so that we can be that beacon of light for others. And just take another deep breath in. And just allow yourself now to come back to this present moment and to this sacred space that you've created. So welcome. So what we'll do is we'll work on learning how to clear our emotional wounds, our energetic wounds, and learn to regulate our emotions. So I just want to share with you a little backstory about how I ended up on this crazy path where I'm learning to teach you about angels and work with angels and all that stuff, because actually my background is not in angels whatsoever. I spent 5 years at university. I did a BSc in animal biology and a master's in wildlife conservation. And my biggest aim in my life from a child was to work with animals, to learn about conservation, work with the planet, learn how to rehabilitate animals back into the wild, especially wolves. I had a really deep, profound connection with wolves. But when I went over to Africa as part of my master's, I ended up getting really lost because I struggled to understand how conservation work really helped. A lot of the work that I found out had to do with conservation was actually harming animals in order to bring that money back into conservation. So, a lot of animals, not just in Africa but around the world, a lot of the times, some animals, especially rhinos, are seen as quite high. I don't know, they've got a very hefty price on their heads. So, a lot of rich Americans and rich people from overseas would come over and kill these animals, beautiful animals, which broke my heart. And that money would be used for conservation for the land. And I could see both sides of it. And my lecturer always used to tell me, you need to play the game to stay in it. But I couldn't. I couldn't stay in it. My soul's path was screaming at me that after all these years of studying and working so hard, I ended up not I ended up being lost, completely lost. Add that at 2008, when I graduated, was the time of the financial crisis, and I'm in the UK, and the RBS was very much in the news. And lo and behold, the only job I got was in RBS. So I ended up working in a very, very toxic environment. It was very difficult. And during that time, I really struggled. I really struggled emotionally. I struggled physically. I was also trying to heal some other trauma that was coming up into my body, and I couldn't work out how to release it. I became very sick. I had symptoms of, I had panic disorder, panic attacks. I would end up sometimes having very debilitating conditions that would see me sometimes bedbound. So I became very ill because of how I was feeling emotionally. And I ended up going to a Reiki healer in my local area. And that first session of Reiki, I was blown away. I ended up feeling things that I hadn't felt for years. I ended up opening up my heart. I ended up connecting to my guides and angels, which at the time I didn't know what I was connecting to. As a child, I would always see lights around me, I would always see spirit. So as a child, I was very, very open. But I kind of shut that down during my teenage years and 20s. But in my late 20s, learning about Reiki opened me up in a whole new way. And then I ended up opening up about learning how to work with angels and work with Reiki and energy healing. And that really helped me to tap into my gifts and start working with my own emotional body and start learning how to heal me. So, if you're still here, this is why I wanted to share with you about how to work with angels and especially Archangel Haniel, because when we learn to connect with angels, we start to connect with our own soul and our own light, and we start to tap into our inner worth. And that's something that I feel so strongly about, is connecting with our souls. And it's something that I feel very strongly about. So for me, Archangel Haniel is a perfect angel for this month because we've been going through intense emotional periods. We are feeling very stuck. We're feeling very heavy. We're going through a lot of dense energy. So this is the perfect time for you to just tap into your emotions and allow yourself to release what you're needing to release, but in a way that is gentle and safe. And if anything I'm saying doesn't resonate with you, or if you're feeling like this isn't for you and you're not in that space, please don't worry. You're just more than welcome to move on. You don't have to take on everything I say. I'm not going to be somebody who says what I say is the gospel. It absolutely isn't. Anybody who does spiritual work, we don't know. everything. It's all about perspective and about connecting to your own intuition and trusting in your own intuition. And if something doesn't resonate with you, then it's not for you. So just take what I say with a pinch of salt and use your own discernment. So if you take a moment just remove anybody that's, I have a feeling, is here just to try and cause some issues. So who is Archangel Haniel? So Archangel Haniel means grace of God, and Haniel helps us connect to our intuition, our feminine light, our feminine wisdom, and brings in emotional healing. Haniel actually also really helps us connect to the cycles of the moon, because lunar energy helps you. Lunar energy can help us align with our own natural cycles, because we all have our own natural cycles. And we end up, when we start working with our own natural cycles and the cycles of the moon, we start aligning with this higher light energy, and we start working with our own inner light. So Haniel helps us connect to that feminine wisdom and feminine light. So if you feel like you're struggling sometimes, or you're not feeling connected or grounded, then the perfect opportunity is just to connect with your own cycle and the cycles of the moon. So Haniel is really powerful in that. So Haniel is the angel of emotional grace, and she helps us navigate feelings and helps us connect with our inner beauty and power. And her presence feels like moonlight. And when I connect to the energy of Haniel, that is definitely something that comes through. So Haniel helps us balance our emotions and helps us reveal our emotional wounds that are needing healed. And I definitely found that during the time that I felt like I was going through a really difficult time with anxiety and depression, as well as physical ailments, I found that working and calling in Archangel Haniel daily helped me connect to my soul's light and helped me clear what it was that needed cleared. And Haniel, like angels, don't do the work for us. They're not here to take away our pain or to make life immediately easier, but they can help guide us onto gentle ways we can process our blocked emotions, our stuck emotions. And for me, especially, Haniel has helped me so much in that respect. And it might help you and it might not, but just take what I say with a pinch of salt. And we'll also do a meditation, which will hopefully get you in that regulated state. But learning about anxiety and learning about, how we process our emotions and how stuck emotions can cause so much misalignment and discord in our body. It really helped me learn about emotional regulation and having a daily practice that focuses solely on regulating our emotions. So for me, my daily practice is meditation, breath work, gentle movement like yoga and qigong can really help bring you back into a more regulated state. So I'm not a biologist and I'm not a medical practitioner, so I'm only very carefully saying what helped me. That might not help you, but there's many therapies and many techniques that we can use to help regulate our emotions and bring us back into a more harmonious state. So this is about trusting in your intuition, and Haniel can kind of help bring that back into alignment, can help us open up our intuitive awareness and bring us back into who we are as a soul. So the emotional body, what is it and what on earth am I talking about? So I don't know what's Haniel? Haniel is the archangel. Sorry, I'm not very good with that. I'm very new to streaming, so if you've mentioned anything, I might have missed it. But Haniel is an archangel. If you're new here, Yeah, Archangel Haniel is a archangel of emotional healing and connecting us to the moon and to our intuition. So, what is our emotional body? So, our emotional body is like an energetic container that where our feelings and everything that we process gets moved into. And emotions are just energy in motion. Our emotions is just energy. So we can sometimes store, suppress, or repress emotions within our own energy body, which makes us feel stuck, which makes us feel like we can't move forward, or it causes a discord in our energetic body. And we end up can sometimes feeling out of alignment. We don't feel in alignment with our soul's path. We don't feel clear about our next steps. We start feeling really stuck, or we start having to process like physical issues as well because of our emotional body. So when we suppress our emotions, we suppress our soul's messages to us. So the goal isn't to control our emotions, it's to listen, to feel, and to allow. And Haniel can help us do this gently and powerfully. So, we have many emotional wounds that may come up during our lifetime, and I'm not going to go through all of them, but some emotional wounds are inner child pain, shame, guilt, grief, feeling unworthy or unseen, overwhelmed by others' emotions, emotional fatigue or numbness. And these can be called what is called core wounds. And they can often stem from when we maybe had unmet needs as a child, or maybe when we had to go through a traumatic event. That would mean that we have these core wounds. So in adulthood, we might get triggered by something that for somebody else doesn't have any effect on them, but for us, if it's triggered a core wound, we might feel very out of control and very anxious. And to start to move and clear that, we need to be more aware of our body, more aware of the signals from our body. And to do that, we need to practice mindfulness, which is why meditation is such a key practice in bringing us back into harmony. So this helps us bring back our nervous system as well. So dysregulation feels like fear, shutdown, or overwhelm, and we need to feel safe in order to be regulated. So when the body feels safe, the soul can speak, the soul can flow more easily. So having a daily regulation practice is really about a practice of self-love. So as I mentioned, there's many tools to regulate your nervous system. And I've gone through so many over the years. And I found that there's not one tool that can solve everything. I found that having different tools and having a toolkit that I go back to time and time again can help me bring me back into balance. So, one way to soothe your nervous system is breath work. Learning how to breathe deeply into your body and learn how to expand into your energy more. So, when we breathe deeply, we allow ourselves to move into a more regulated state. But when we're dysregulated, our breath becomes very short and very fast. And you might notice that if you're scared of something, or if you've got a very anxious meeting coming up, you'll feel your heart racing and your breath gets shallower and faster. When that happens, it's important to tune into your body, allow space, and start breathing deeply. Breathe into your belly, breathe into your chest. And as you breathe out, just imagine breathing out that tension. So, our breath is a powerful way to anchor us back into our energy. Another way is touch. So when I put my hands on my heart, I immediately bring myself back into that center. Or when I just visualize myself breathing into my heart, I immediately feel calmer and more aligned. Another way is movement, moving our bodies, trusting what our bodies need to feel nourished is so important. So it could be a yoga practice, Pilates, getting out in nature, something that is gentle and nurturing for your body is really important. And obviously, visualization, as in visualizing, working with angels, calling an Archangel Haniel, and we'll do a guided visualization that you can try and practice anytime, as well as we'll have a meditation that I'll link below to my Archangel Haniel meditation, which is on YouTube. So we'll do a mini practice for you to kind of have one part of your toolkit that you can add to help bring you back in alignment. So if you just place your hands on your body, it could be your heart, could be your stomach, or heart and stomach. And we're just going to inhale for a count of 4 and then exhale for a count of 6. And as we do this, hopefully that brings you back into a more regulated state if you are feeling very anxious right now. So we'll just start. So breathe in deeply for 4 into your lungs. Hold and breathe out for a count of 6. Good. Breathe in again for a count of 4. Hold and breathe out for a count of 6. Good. And we'll do it one more time. Breathe in for a count of 4. Hold and breathe out for a count of 6. Perfect. And just notice more space just coming into your mind and body, just with that simple breath that just brings you back into your center. And that's something you can try anywhere. You can try it when you're doing the washing, you can try it when you're cleaning, you can try it just when you've got a moment to yourself. Just take those deep breaths and just allow that space to come into your body. So, about angels. So, when we're connecting with angels, we have to call them in. Angels don't come into our lives unless we invite them in because of the power of free will. So, they can't encroach on our free will. So, when we learn to open our heart to angels and connect to them, they can gently come into our energy and into our lives. So, how we connect to Archangel Haniel is really simple. You simply call on the angel you want to connect with. So simply state, I call on Archangel Haniel now to surround me with your divine light. And just stating that simple intention from your heart and then dropping into your heart space allows you to move into a higher vibrational frequency that enables you to move and connect with angels in a much more powerful way. When we call in Archangel Haniel and you drop into your heart, tune into how Haniel's energy feels for you. So it could be her energy feels warm and nurturing, or soft and cool, or feminine and calm. However Archangel Haniel comes through to you is personal to you. Every angel comes through to people in a different way that feels right for them. There isn't this one practice to do this. It's all about trust. So once we call in Archangel Haniel, we start to create more sacred space for ourselves to deepen our connection to angels. Another way to connect with Archangel Haniel, as I mentioned, is working with the energy of the moon. So when we have a full moon, we're in this powerful state of transformation and manifestation. So the full moon is when we're ready to release our old core wounds and our old blocks. So when it's a full moon, it's an ideal time to call on Archangel Haniel to release anything that we're ready to let go of. And it could be as powerful as writing down something on a bit of paper and burning it safely, or as I used to do when I lived in a flat where I didn't feel safe burning anything, I would write it in toilet paper and flush it away. So I don't know if that's PC to do, but it certainly worked for me. But even just journaling and then calling on Archangel Haniel to release the things that we're wanting to let go of. So having that, working with the energy of the moon can be a powerful way for you to deepen your connection to Archangel Haniel, as well as clearing your own energy. And during the new moon, this is the time of change where we can start planting the seeds of what it is we want to manifest. So during a new moon, this is the perfect time to get clear on what your goals are, what you want to bring into your life, what emotions you want to connect with. So the new moon is a perfect time to do that. So another way to connect with Archangel Haniel is working with the energy of crystals. So crystals for me is something that I'm very passionate about, and I have so many. My husband honestly despairs. But a powerful crystal that I love connecting with and connects me with the energy of Haniel is moonstone. Just because it's got moon in it, but also because the energy of that crystal is very feminine. Every crystal has a unique frequency and energy to it that we can call in and connect with. And when we're wearing crystals, when we meditate with crystals, we're tuning into that frequency and aligning our energy with it. So moonstone is a perfect crystal if you're new to crystals. It's a perfect crystal to get to start working with the energy of Haniel, as well as celestite, which is this beautiful, gentle blue crystal, and rose quartz, which is this loving, heart healing crystal that connects us to this sort of pink, loving ray of light. So crystals can be so powerful to connect with Archangel Haniel, and as a crystal lover, I just wanted to get that in there. And another way to connect with our Archangel Haniel is trusting our wisdom. I don't think we realize how powerful we are, that we are more intuitive, more powerful than we realize. And this is something I feel so strongly about, is getting people connected to their soul, because when they connect to their soul, they connect to their intuition and they connect to their unique frequency. They connect to who they truly are in that moment. So trusting our intuition is really a powerful way to do that. So how do we trust our intuition? The one way to do that is simply asking your body. Our body is our intuition. Our intuition, our soul talks to us through our body, and that tells us what we need to intuitively do. So you'll be doing it all the time anyway. You'll be doing it naturally every single day. You are aligning with your intuition. And it could be as simple as feeling this sudden expansion when you're excited about something. You suddenly get this great idea and it feels so right. It feels scary, but it feels so right. And that is your intuition telling you something is in alignment with your soul. Something is calling on you to take that particular path, to do that particular course, to create that particular project or do that hobby. And on the other side of the coin is when we feel that heaviness, that feeling of fear and lack, where we're just struggling or we're having to bring other people down to make ourselves feel better, or we're really in that place of dense energy. This is our body telling us we're not in alignment. This is our body telling us something isn't right and we need to bring ourselves back into alignment, back into a regulated state. So trusting in your intuition is such a powerful thing to do. So I know I've gone through a lot of information in a short space of time because I only have really 40 minutes to do this. So I wanted to share with you and bring it up and share with you a meditation to connect with Archangel Haniel, to bring you into that aligned space and to bring you into alignment with yourself. So this meditation will just be 15 minutes long. So feel free to get comfortable. Feel free to lie down in a comfortable space where you won't be disturbed, and just allow space for you. Allow space for you just to get connected and just connect to my voice, and feel free just to put some music on in the background if you wish. If you want to create an ambient space, then 100% do that. So if we get started, just take a moment now to close your eyes and just connect to my voice, to my energy, and just allow yourself to come home. Come home to your soul and to your breath. Inhale just really deeply, and as you exhale, just imagine you're releasing anything that no longer serves you. And just allow your breath to get longer and let each breath soften every part of your body. Let your shoulders drop and your jaw just relax. Feel every part of your body now start to relax really deeply. So you feel heavy and connected, and feel yourself just arriving exactly as you are. And know that there's nothing you need to do. There's nowhere that you need to go. Just know this is your sacred space to be held, to be healed. And now bring awareness to your feet. And just imagine golden roots extending downwards, extending down, gently weaving into the earth. Allow these roots to move deep into the earth. With every breath, you anchor more and more into this present moment. And then just feel the steady heartbeat of Mother Earth beneath you. Feel this energy unconditionally loving you, grounding you, and supporting you. And with each breath, just allow anything heavy to melt away, whether that's fear, tension, emotions. Let it all just be gently released into the earth and transformed. And now we're just going to call on the presence of Archangel Haniel, the angel of emotional healing, divine grace, and lunar light, just to step forward now. Allow your heart to open now to her light and her grace. And just feel her energy as she steps forward. Her energy might feel like this soft, silvery blue light that just begins to shimmer all around you. And you might feel some warmth, maybe a cool breeze, or simply a shift in your presence. And we're just going to state an affirmation to call on Archangel Haniel. Beloved Archangel Haniel, I invite you now into my light. I invite your gentle presence to surround me now. Guide me in healing my emotions with compassion and grace. Help me to return to peace, intuition, and inner harmony. And just begin now to just gently bring awareness to your emotional body, noticing the space around your heart, your chest, your solar plexus. And within this energy field holds all our emotional experiences, both recent and older. And there's no need to label, just notice and observe these emotions with love. And just ask yourself, where in your body are you feeling these emotions? Maybe it's in your heart, in your head, your shoulders. Notice any tension, heaviness, numbness, or warmth. And just breathe into that space and give it permission to just exist and to soften. And now just feel Archangel Haniel gently placing her hands over your heart. And this soothing wave of silvery blue light flows into you, bringing peace, comfort, and unconditional love. And just let this divine light just move through your entire emotional body, through old grief, sadness, fears. Allow the light to gently dissolve what's no longer serving you. And with every breath you return to balance, you return to softness and truth. And as Haniel connects to you and brings in that healing light, she now tells you that you're not broken, you are becoming. You are becoming one with the divine light. Just let this truth awaken something just deep within you. And see your heart begin to glow. This beautiful light within. It might be silver or soft pink or radiant white. Know that this is your true self, your soul. And just let that energy of light expand, filling your whole body. Just allow yourself to connect to that light. Allow that light to gently extend beyond you, knowing that you're radiant and you're divine. And we're just going to state some affirmations to bring us back into balance and harmony. I am safe to feel. My emotions are sacred and guide me to healing. I release all that no longer serves my heart. And with Haniel's light, I return to my soul's peace. I trust the grace flowing through me now. And just take a moment to rest. Rest in this moment, bathed in your own light and surrounded by the love of Haniel. And just move into a state of gratitude for what you've released, what you've remembered. Just feel a deep sense of peace anchoring into your cells. And know that you have truly shifted. And know that Archangel Haniel remains with you, whatever emotions arise. And whenever you want to find light in the dark. And now just begin to return to your body, to this present moment. Notice the surface beneath you and just gently begin to deepen your breath. And bring both hands to your heart and just state silently to yourself, I am whole, I am safe, I am ready to move forward in love. And when you're ready, just return to the space and open your eyes. So I'll end on that note. I hope this workshop served you even just a tiny little bit. And if you enjoy them, please let me know, and I can do them monthly or bi-monthly. And if you'd like to deepen your connection with the angels, I have an angel communication course that takes you on a journey to opening up your intuition with the angels and connecting with them in a deeper way. I'll put a link if you're interested below in the comments. And I also offer readings, as you know, and soul readings if you're interested as well. I'll put them in. But I'll also put in the free Archangel Haniel meditation for you just to have a daily practice in your toolkit. But I will say goodbye, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. Thank you.